How's it going, guys? RNG Life here, and today we have some big news. It looks like Mokuba, Kaiba's little brother, Mokuba Kaiba, has been, I guess, confirmed for Duel Links, which is awesome. So we finally found out who the next player is going to be. A lot of people were speculating that it might be Yugi's grandpa. It could have also been Bones or Esperoba. But no, they actually went with Mokuba, which is kind of a obvious choice because, I mean, his information was kind of leaked and whatever. Not really leaked, but the information was already kind of in the game, his icon and everything. Alright, so today, since we do know that Mokuba is going to be in the game, I actually do have access to the possible, I guess, first draft of his level 30 and 40 deck. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go over the level 30 deck first. We don't know anything about his prizes, but what we do know is that since he is Kaiba's little brother, he has an affinity for Blue Eyes. I guess he's a Blue Eyes fanboy, so Mokuba has a deck that supports Blue Eyes. Now, his level 30 form, it runs a lot of interesting cards. I think there's a lot of kind of bad cards, but I think that's because of the anime. I think how he showed up and he just like stole some random kid's cards and starships or something like that. But alright, so let's go over the cards that he's actually running, or at least that what it says on the list. Because this can be subject to change, you never know. Last time I did speculate that certain cards were in the list of cards that were added to the game. Turns out I wasn't really wrong, because I was getting stuff about that some of the cards weren't in the new set. But I mean, actually they weren't in the set because they're in Mokuba's deck and stuff, so that's why they're showing up. Alright, so let's go over the decks, starting with level 30. For level 30, starting off, he's got Griggle, which is a level 1, I guess, plant. He runs a few different plants in this deck, because I remember him running plants in the anime when he stole that kid's deck. Griggle, I don't believe is anything too special. We don't know if he's going to drop any of these cards also. We don't know if these are going to be his prizes, but you can expect that maybe some of these might be his prizes, since we don't have a confirmation, but he does come out on the 19th. So keep your eyes peeled, and we might even actually find out some information. If I do end up finding out what his drop cards would be, I'll definitely make a video on it just to kind of show it off. But for now, go over the rest. He's got Griggle, which is nothing that great. I think he gains 3,000 or something if it reaches a certain condition. Nothing too meta or anything. And then he's got Bioplant, pretty weak card. Mystic Tomato, which I did say might be in the set. Actually, he runs Mystic Tomato at 3, which is his Dark Search card. So he does run that, apparently. He's got Battle Steer, which I actually did see in the leaks as well, but I didn't mention it because it was kind of a meh card. It's like an 1800 5-star monster or something like that. He's got Hungry Burger, which we have seen. If you guys have reached a high enough level in the, to farm the duelists, they do run a Hungry Burger deck, and it's actually pretty strong, to be honest. But it's only strong because it runs the other magician guy. But enough about that. He runs Hungry Burger and his spell, obviously. And then he runs one Blue Eyes White Dragon. So he is running Big Brother's Blue Eyes, and that's pretty much it. He just kind of splashes Blue Eyes in this little kind of ritual type Dark Search deck. But what's interesting are the spells that he runs in level 30. In level 30, he runs Pre-Preparation of Rites and Preparation of Rites. Which is crazy because I didn't expect that, but yeah, he actually is running both. He's running Pre-Preparation of Rites, which is a card that lets you add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand, and add a ritual monster from the deck to the graveyard, or from your deck or graveyard to your hand, whose name is listed on the ritual spell card. And that's crazy. I mean, that card you can only activate once per turn, but it basically gives you a ritual monster. We don't know if he's gonna drop it. If he does, that means rituals are gonna be a lot stronger. Maybe the relinquish is gonna be pretty broken. But yeah, we have that. He's gonna be running pre-preparation of rites. We don't know if he's gonna drop it though. And then of course he's got that Preparation of Rites, which is just a normal search card. It's kind of dumbed down of pre-preparation, but it's still a really good search card. He runs 3 in total: 2 pre-prep, 1 prep, and then he runs Fulfillment of the Contract, which brings his burgers back from the grave. He runs Poison of the Old Man, which is one of those cards that it gives you two different effects, and you can choose either one or the other. And the effects are either gain 1,200 life points or inflict 800 damage to your opponent. Actually, that card is pretty interesting, to be honest, and it's a quick play as well. I think that card is actually pretty good. Just because it gives you that burn damage, it gives you a quick 800 burn. I don't know if they're going to release that. I don't know if he's going to be able to drop that card, because that card does seem pretty good. If anything, it might be like an SR or anything, but that's I'm not sure about that. But and then of course he runs the Hamburger Recipe at 2, 2 ritual weapons, so expect to see a 3,500 to 5,000 freaking burger come out, and then he runs Jar of Avarice to, I guess, recycle all his cards that he has in the grave. Alright, and that's pretty much the level 30 deck. It doesn't look too bad. Basically, I'm pretty sure Unhappy Girl can take this out. Not really a problem, to be honest. But where it does get interesting is Mokuba level 40. In level 40, he runs a lot of, I guess his deck would be a lot more fluent, it works a lot better. Starting off with the first card in his level 40 deck, he runs Lord of D at 2. So I know Kaiba runs Lord of D as well. I think it is level 30 form, or I don't think it's level 40, but he runs Lord of D. Mokuba, on the other hand, runs Kaiba Man at 2. So expect freaking Blue Eyes to just come out of nowhere. So he runs 2 Kaiba Man. He runs Mystical Elf at 2, which is a 2,000 defense monster. That's kind of crazy, so expect to kind of run into his face down cards and take some damage, if you're not using Unhappy Girl, of course. Here's where it gets interesting. I remember I started listing some cards before that I said that if they do come to the game, they would be meta defining. Those cards are, he runs 3 Luster Dragon. Did you guys hate Vorse Raider? You're gonna hate Luster Dragon probably a lot more. Luster Dragon, 1900 4-star dragon. He runs it. That's why it was in the leak before, because he runs it. And then to top it off, even worse, he runs 2 Alexandrite dragons. So Mokuba freaking runs Alexandrite dragon, which is insane. I mean, that's the reason why it was on the list. I mean, now it all makes sense. I was wondering why certain cards didn't show up, and I thought maybe they had to show up somewhere. But yeah, it looks like they are showing up in Mokuba's deck. Other cards he is running, Luster Dragon number 2, which is the tribute monster. He runs 2 copies of it, and of course he runs 1 Blue Eyes. Only 1 though. For spells, he does only run 2, which is the Flute of Summoning Dragon. He just runs 2 copies of the Flute of Summoning Dragon for Lord of D, because he's all about spamming that Blue Eyes or just any dragon in general. He runs a lot of dragons. Alright, and now for another bit of something else that's a little bit interesting for Mokuba's trap cards. He has a trap lineup that's pretty crazy. First of all, he runs 1 copy of Negate Attack. I remember talking about Negate Attack. I said that it was going to be pretty strong. After looking over everything, I said it was going to pretty much make all the other stopping cards. I mean, it was going to make them all kind of obsolete, because Negate Attack is really strong. It pretty much just ends your opponent's turn. It ends their battle phase, which in Duel Links it ends their turn. So he runs Negate Attack. That's the reason it showed up on the list. He runs a card called Birthright at 2, which is basically, if he has I think it's a level 4 or normal monster, he could just, like a vanilla, if he could just activate Birthright, basically Call of the Haunted, he brings it back, equips it to this card more or less. If you twist your Birthright, you kill his monster, or otherwise he's going to have a Luster Dragon out on the field again. So expect to see his dragons coming back quite often. You can expect quite a few interesting plays. And then the last card he runs is Gift of the Mystical Elf, which is a heal card. I think it gives you, what was it, 200 or 300? I believe it is 300. Yes, 300 points for each monster on the field in general. So a total of, you can have up to 6, so a total of 1,800 life points can be healed. So, I mean, it's not really that crazy, but he might run this. Now, they are showing that Mokuba is confirmed. He is confirmed. They just kind of leaked the information with the most current update. So they leaked Mokuba, and here these are the cards, and pretty much I've listed all the cards in Mokuba's deck. I do believe we can probably just Unhappy Girl him, which is what I'm probably going to be doing like ASAP, and we are going to be able to farm him since he's going to show up in the gate like Pegasus and Bakura, where he becomes a recruitable character. Also the Paradox Brothers as well. So expect to get a lot of keys as well. You know how they always have either star chips or dual keys or whatever. They all have some kind of shenanigans. But yeah, that's pretty much what Mokuba is running for his level 30 and level 40 decks. Since we don't know exactly what he's going to be dropping, I mean, we might end up seeing it in game before I get to even reveal or go over the information. Also, that they're raising the level caps for all the duelists to level 40, which is another really good thing, because I mean that means they're probably going to add a lot more, or maybe 1 or 2 more unlockable cards for all the duelists. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great day, and see you guys.